What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. Once again, GHET-TO Sports. Make sure you go to GHET-TO and get your gear. But we're on the urge. We had free agency in basketball, in the NBA. What moves is going to move your team? What is going to shake the needle in the NBA? We just had LeBron state that he's not going back to LA. Everyone, where is the king going? Where is he going? Everyone said, is he going back home in Cleveland? Is he going to Miami to rejoin Pat Riley? Is he going to the Warriors to finally play with Steph Curry? All right? One note has just dropped. Draymond has opted out of his contract. So maybe they can bring some money to Golden State to bring LeBron in, re-sign Draymond, and reunite LeBron with AD, Anthony Davis. That means a trade will have to happen with the Wizards. Who will leave the Warriors to go to the Wizards for AD? That's the question. Is the king worth it? You know, you will have a bunch of older gentlemen in the Warriors playing against the young bucks of the West. Can it be done? Will Jimmy Butler be part of that trade, or will he be part of the team? That's the question. Let us know, how do you feel about that? How do you feel if LeBron James goes to Golden State? But there's another reunion we got going on. Kawhi, they said, is heading back to Toronto, where he won and was MVP of a finals for the Toronto Raptors. Meaning Brandon Ingram is coming back to LA to go to the Clippers. So basically you're saying Kawhi leaving Toronto all those years ago, coming to LA, bringing Paul George with him, was a true flop. Was a true, I don't know what the hell I was doing from both teams. Because Kawhi is going back there now. These draft picks and everything that LA lost is going back to LA. So, what's going to happen with LA now? Brandon Ingram, draft picks, going back to LA. Rebuilding mode. Okay, they didn't have a losing season in 12 years. They might not have done nothing really in the playoffs, but they haven't had a really losing season in 12 years with the Clippers. So let's see what happens when Kawhi leaves and they rebuild. Now, with Kawhi coming to the East, is that a threat for the Knicks? Okay? Is that a threat for the Knicks? Kawhi coming to the East. Is the East wide open, or is the East becoming a powerhouse again? Remember, Detroit was the #1 seed last year. Okay? They beat the Knicks up last year. Are they a problem? Okay? Are they still a problem? Milwaukee lost Giannis. Is Miami a threat to the Knicks? And with Boston having all these internal problems because Brown did not get traded, okay? And we'll see if he does get traded. Is Boston still a threat for the Knicks? Are all these teams now gearing up to beat the Knicks? That's the question. Robinson, is he coming back? Some people say he might be going to LA with the Lakers. Is he a good fit out there? It's time for him to get paid. He's the longest tenured Knick, as we speak, 8 years. Okay? So, as he gets shipped out or traded, what's going to happen? Or not even traded. Free agency. He's a free agent. They got to re-sign him. Okay? They re-signed Alvarado. They re-signed Sham. Okay? Is Deuce and Robinson, the odd guys out for the Knicks. Let's see what's going on. What's going to happen? We got free agency right now. Who are those big ticket items? Okay, John Morant got traded to Toronto. I'm not to Toronto. Got traded to the Blazers. And with Dame Lillard coming back and John Morant in the backcourt, what's going to happen to Drew Holiday? What's going to happen to Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday is still part of the Blazers. Remember, people, those two chips that Drew has, one with Milwaukee and one with Boston, he was the key factor for both of those championships. He was the key factor for both of those championships. So, will Drew go somewhere and make somebody a winner? Can you see Drew Holiday in Miami playing along Giannis again? They need backcourt help. Can Drew go somewhere else, maybe in the East, and help somebody do something? Can he go to LA? Nah, they signed Reeves and you got Luka. You want him to come off the bench? But what will happen? My key thing is, where is Drew going? If you let me know where Drew Holiday is going, then we'll know what's going on for these teams out west, or a team that's trying to take over the Knicks in the East. I doubt he goes back to Boston. Okay? Can he go to Cleveland? Well, you already have Harden there. Okay? Likely story is Miami. Can Drew go to Miami? That's a question that we must ask ourselves. Is Holiday ready to go to Miami? Can Holiday go to the Clippers? Okay? Or can he go to Golden State? I doubt you want to trade him inside your conference or inside even your division to make Golden State even better. But if they're going to be an old man's team, you will need somebody to not pass out the Geritol, but get them around. So, what is your team doing? Is your team ready to step up their game in the offseason? Will there be some more major trades? Will Brown get traded? Remember, he still got two to 2.5 years left on his contract. Really, because we know we count this year as a half year, then you get 2 more years after that. That's really 3 on his contract with Boston. Boston really don't have to do anything with Brown. But since he was, dangled out there for Giannis, did his feelings get hurt? So now, is he ready to become somebody, another's team, prized possession? Like he said, he wants his own team. You're right there in Boston, he still was him and the JJs, him and Tatum, So, what's going to happen next? Okay? The NBA is just getting started. Off-season, trades. John Morant is in Portland. Ball is in Minnesota. Giannis is in Miami. Okay? What's going to happen? What will Davis be leaving the Wizards? And what would that do for them? Will they need a big man? Will they need a replacement? Charlotte making all these moves, sending people here and there. Bridges just left, okay? Ball left. So what is Charlotte's going to be? Because they had a taste, a playoff run in the playoff in the play-in tournament. They had that little taste. What would they do? Okay? Toronto, you was a factor. You got into the playoffs. Can you make a run now with Kawhi? Detroit, been very quiet. Are y'all gonna make some moves? Who y'all gonna bring in? Knicks, it's still your conference. It's still your championship. So, if everybody's making moves, are y'all playing chess? Who y'all gonna do? Who y'all gonna bring in to help out? with the defending champ.